So meltdowns are our body's way of telling us that we are not okay, that something is stressing us out, and we need to protect ourselves by withdrawing and spending some time recharging. If that does not happen, it will evolve into a full-blown burnout. When an autistic burnout occurs, it commonly gets confused for being a depressive episode, even though they're not the same thing, but they do have similar symptoms and look very similar. An autistic burnout might include symptoms such as fatigue, being lethargic, brain fog, loss of memory, losing verbal abilities, or not wanting to respond to texts or emails. Your executive dysfunction might get worse, and you might be either more sensitive or less sensitive to sensory input. You may struggle with emotion regulation even more than usual. You may have an increased sense of guilt or shame. And just generally, you might feel like you're not functioning well, or you're not able to really do anything or be as productive as maybe you were. And you probably have a severe loss of ability or desire to mask. Autistic adults and autistic children both need a decent amount of time to be able to withdraw and decompress from the day and just kind of retreat into their own minds. And so that's important to have a space to do that, whether you're at a social function or at school or at work. Incorporating that time daily can help prevent burnout. Once you are already in burnout, the most important thing is recognizing that you are in burnout and then giving yourself as much space and as much time as you're able to, trying to reduce demands, trying to lower sensory input as much as possible, and just giving yourself that time to recharge. Everyone has their own needs for how much time they actually need to be able to decompress or how much time they need to be able to recover after a burnout. So it just is kind of individual based on your own needs. Some people, when they go into a really overwhelming social environment, they could need up to a few days of just withdrawing and introverting a little bit to be able to avoid burnout and keep functioning optimally. Things like doing hands-on tasks while you're alone without being interrupted or taking long walks can be really helpful.